So I went to Cheder every Sunday when I was younger. Cheder, if you can't make that ch sound at the beginning, Cheder, you can just call it Heder. Cheder. I went to Cheder every Sunday when I was younger, from about the age of 5 or 6 until my bat mitzvah when I was 12. Cheder was on a Sunday morning. It was from about 9 a.m. or 9:30 until lunchtime, and it was in addition to normal school, obviously. And when we were at Cheder, we'd learn all sorts of things. We'd learn the stories of the Torah, we'd learn how to read and write in Hebrew, and we'd learn important messages about what it meant to be Jewish. One of the things that we really learned a lot about were mitzvot. The singular is one mitzvah, and more than one mitzvah is called mitzvot. And there are 613 of them, and they're like laws and rules that Jews live by. There are 248 which are positive, so things you should do, like help your neighbour or celebrate Shabbat. And there are 365 that are negative, things that you shouldn't do. They cover all sorts of things in life, things like relationships, God, keeping kosher, the rules of what we can and can't eat, things in the Torah, business, farming, like everything. The first 4 of the 10 commandments are mitzvot, so like love the Lord your God, that's one, for example. And there are things like being kind to strangers, giving money or things to the poor, or giving charity. They're really specific. So for example, it says if you're farming and you cut down lots of wheat and some of the wheat falls on the ground, it's a mitzvah, it's a positive thing to do, to leave it there so that poorer people can come and gather what you've spilled, and that you shouldn't pick it up and be greedy, you should leave it for people that don't have. It's things like not tricking people in business. If you were at the market and you were weighing out things, your weights had to be true. You couldn't lie and pretend you'd given someone a pound of flour when you've only given them 3/4 of a pound, something like that. It says things about how we celebrate Shabbat, our Sabbath, and our festivals, and the kind of relationships we should have, the way that we should treat strangers and love people that we don't know and welcome them into our homes, and all sorts of other things. You can look them up online as well. There are hundreds, like I said, 613 of them. I hope that helps.